Okay, that's the unplanned video. I wasn't thinking of it, but I just thought I should do it. So, we are going to talk about inner child healing. Okay, I have three major steps. Even though there are a lot, if you just look up for it, you will find a lot of things about it. But um, I am going to talk about three major important steps, what I have done. All I do in this channel, all I speak about, I talk about my own personal experience. Okay, so let's do this. First of all, we are going to talk about acknowledge your inner child. How we acknowledge our inner child. So the thing is, you need to tell yourself there is a little kid still living in yourself. It doesn't matter you're 40, you're 50, you're 80. There is your inner child living inside yourself. Okay. And acknowledgement, if we talk about acknowledgement, we need to understand that we need to treat ourselves like a child. Okay. What I do, I treat myself like a child. I do little silly things. Okay. If I tell you one thing, you won't believe me. I watch cartoons. Okay. I have coloring books. I have coloring books made for 2-year-old, 5-year-old. I use those coloring books. And one more thing I do, I paint. I used to be very good at painting and sketching. I was really into art, but suddenly it just stopped. So now I do a lot of artwork. Okay, I sketch a lot, I paint a lot. Even though I'm so bad at it, I still do this and I still post it. Okay, I want to show myself or maybe to the world. Okay, I still do this. I still do silly things a child would do. Even though you should buy toys for yourself. It doesn't matter you're 50, you're 80, buy toys for yourself. Yeah. Like do the silly thing. Do the silly thing. Watch cartoons, paint, sketch, play around, okay, play with your friends. When we become adult, we stop going out. We stop talking to our friends because we are grown adult. We don't have the time for all this. And now you're just miserable, sitting in your room, fucking lonely. Don't do this. Make friends, a lot of them. Okay, and call them and talk to them, play with them, play a sport, play anything. You have to tell yourself there is a kid living inside you, with you. And it doesn't matter you're 70, she or he is still there. You just have to know it. What we do as grown adults, we think a lot. Like, oh my god, I'm 25, I'm 35, I'm 45. As a 45-year-old woman, I should not do this. As a 50-year-old man, I should not do this. Okay? Don't do that. Don't treat yourself like you're a fucking robot. You're a human, you're a child. So treat yourself like a child. Okay, so the second and the most important step you need to understand is parent yourself. Like, you are your parent, but at the same time, you are your child. Treat yourself like a child. Talk to yourself like a child. I want to ask you a question. How would you treat your own child? Okay, would you yell at your child? Would you blame your child for every single thing? Would you pressurize your child? Would you do that? I don't think so. If you ask me, I don't want to pressurize my child. I don't want to yell at my child. I don't want to blame my child for anything. I would love my child. I would love my child that she or he is amazing. I would verbally tell her or him that I love them so much. I would verbally tell them. My action will speak that how much I love them. So you would love them unconditionally. If they pass their class or if they fail their class, you would still love them. Okay. Then why you blame yourself for everything? Why you pressurize yourself then? I'm telling you, you are your child. Why would you even do this to yourself? Why you yell at yourself? Why you blame yourself? Why you do this? Because nobody taught you. But now you know. Now you know. Now you know what to do. From now on, I want you to treat yourself like a little child. Because she or he is still there. I know it. Feel it. Would you forgive your child if she or he do something bad? Would you? I would. I would forgive my child. Okay. Then I want you to forgive yourself. Because I forgive myself millions of times. That's why I'm alive. That's why I'm okay. That's why I'm growing in my life, because I choose to forgive myself. Because I had no choice but forgiving myself over and over and over again. Now I have learned a lot. I can talk for an hour on this topic because there's too much. There's too much to talk about, and there's too much you should know. Okay. But we should jump into the next topic, which is shadow work. Shadow work is basically you have to ask question to yourself. Write it. Okay. Take a journal and ask yourself, what makes me angry? What makes me sad? And why? What makes me angry? This person makes me angry? Why? Okay. Ask question to yourself, then answer to yourself. This is how you do shadow work. Like some people have people pleasing tendency. They people please a lot. Okay, they crave validation from every single person. Maybe you are the people pleaser person. Maybe you are that person who crave validation from everyone but yourself. Okay, only you should validate yourself. No one, not your parents, not your friends, not anyone, not the stranger. Like no one. Only you should validate yourself. But you are seeking validation from every other person, and you are people pleaser. Maybe that's because your parents never loved you, okay, and you were just pleasing them and you were forced to just be nice all the time. I was like that. My household, the environment was so toxic that I would just pleasing everyone. Okay, I was, keeping peace for everyone. I would do every single thing for every single person so they don't fight. When you see constant fight around you, so you feel like that's your responsibility to take care of the environment of your household. I did that a lot. Okay. I would, parent my parents. Okay. I would think about them, how to make them happy, how to get validation from them, how to make them love me, because they never love me, they never validate me, they never tell me that I'm amazing the way I am. So I would do every single thing, so they just love me, so they just validate me, so they just tell me, yes, my daughter is beautiful. I would do the housework even though I was just a child, I was just a little girl. I still do all the things I wasn't even supposed to do just for the validation from my parents. But I worked on myself, so you can also work on yourself. This is not something impossible. You just have to give yourself some time, and please journal a lot, a lot, a lot. I've said that millions of times, and I would say that more millions of times, that please journal, journal.